A cold weather adventure. It was a cold and frosty winter morning. The countryside was covered in snow. Even though it was very cold, Connie went out to look for adventure. Connie was strolling along quite happily, and then all of a sudden, it started to snow.
How pretty! Lots of little white things falling out of the sky. It's pretty, but ever so cold. I'll go back to my little house where it's cozy and warm. It's freezing out here.
On the way back home, she heard someone calling her.
Yoo-hoo, Connie! I'm up here in the tree. Can't you see me? Where are you going, Connie?
I'm going back home. I'm cold. By the way, that's a lovely woolly hat you're wearing, Wally.
Best of all, it's nice and warm. When I'm wearing my hat, I don't feel the cold at all.
A nice warm woolly hat. Good idea. I want one too.
Where are you going to find one, Connie?
I don't know. Where did you get yours from, Wally?
It was a present. I got it for my birthday.
Connie hoped that she'd get a woolly hat for her birthday. But since it was still a long way off, she decided to go home. She hadn't gone very far when she came across Dodger the cat, all wrapped up in a colourful scarf.
Connie, goodness, aren't you cold?
Yes, I'm freezing, but what about you?
Oh, no, with my lovely soft lamb's wool scarf, I'm toasty warm.
Yes, wool comes from sheep, so if I want to keep warm, I should find a sheep or a lamb.
The snow stopped, but it was still very cold. Connie thought that if she baaed like a sheep, maybe one would come and find her. Maddie the lamb heard Connie's voice and thought that it was a lamb like herself.
It's not a lamb, it's Connie. When did cows start saying bah? I thought they went moo.
You're right, but I was saying bah because I wanted to find a sheep, and I'm happy to say that my idea worked perfectly.
Well, I'm even more confused now. What did you want to find a sheep for, Connie?
Connie told Maddie that she was looking for a sheep who would give her some wool.
You know, I wish I could do something to help, but if I give you my wool, it'll just be me who's cold instead of you.
Oh, yes, of course. I hadn't really thought of that. I'd better go. Goodbye, Maddie.
Connie, there's no need to rush off. I can't give you my wool, but maybe we can find something else to make you a nice warm coat.
Hooray! Thank you, Maddie. That would be great.
While life carried on as usual in the woods, Maddie put the finishing touches to Connie's winter coat.
There you are, a coat made out of leaves. How does it feel?
Well, it's not very warm, I'm afraid, and the leaves are very tickly. It must be a very funny coat. It's making me laugh.
The little lamb made Connie a big pile of straw.
This straw will keep you lovely and warm.
You were right. I'm really warm in all this straw. I'm not cold now.
Connie was very pleased with her new coat. She could walk in the snow without feeling the cold.
Oh no, no! Her coat's fallen off again.
Oh, I'm just as cold as I was before.
Don't worry, Connie. I've got another great idea.
The little lamb's idea was to cover Connie with moss. So she went to and fro picking pieces of moss from the rocks where it grew.
The moss is wet, I'm cold. Achoo!
Oh, I'm sorry, Connie, but I'm afraid I've run out of ideas for keeping you warm.
Maybe I should go back home. I just wish I didn't feel so cold. If only I could warm up a little bit first.
Well, I'm not cold at all, but I'm so tired I can hardly move a muscle.
Poor little lamb, she's completely worn out, and all because she was trying to help me.
All of a sudden, Connie had an idea.
Hey, I know what to do.
And this was Connie's plan, to give the lamb a ride on her back. That way, Maddie didn't have to walk on her tired legs, and her wool kept them both warm. What a brilliant idea.
I like riding on your back. It's a lot of fun.
Well, now that I'm nice and warm, I'm having lots of fun too.
And by the time night fell, Connie was already safely back home. That night, the little lamb stayed at Connie's house. As she went to sleep, Connie thought how easy it was to solve problems when two friends help each other, and how important it was to wrap up warm before going out in the cold. Sweet dreams, Connie.